others, and an elevation of a higher level of consciousness. And I really appreciated your 3 levels with the brain, that totally fits this model where you're changing the quality of your brain waves as you get into the higher levels of consciousness. He also defines life energy as the power that flows through plants, animals, and people, and that shows up in a heart, EKG, and brain. EEG, it's waves, and it is dimensions of energy that can be measured in wave frequencies in the pyramid of this type. One of his key factors is the heart. And studies have shown that the heart radiates at very powerful frequencies, and like in this picture, our heart energy radiates all over the world and into the greater universe. So the ancient Taoists saying that we are part of the star essence and our energy connects to the stars is literally true, as also documented by science. They also show that there is like a judgmental brain type quality in the heart, and while the brain will give commands to the heart may not always obey those, right? So if you tell yourself not to do certain things you like to do, you still do them. But if the heart says something to the brain will respond. So between the two, and that's interesting from the Chinese perspective, because the Chinese have always said that the core of your spirit is the heart. So the heart is the more powerful thing. So a lot of the practice in this connects to the heart. You're visualizing your heart and you work from there. Another part of the practice is energy measuring, which is a very powerful tool. A chiropractor, and a chiropractor is like the Western equivalent of a Twainite practitioner, somebody who adjusts bones. A chiropractor in the 1960s by the name of George Goodhart, which is Shanxin, happy heart. George Goodhart, he discovered that when he brought a particular substance to his patients, their muscles would go weak. Or if he brought another substance, they would be very strong. And it doesn't matter which muscle you test. Typically, they use the arms. And what it is, and there's a biology behind this. There's a Western cell biologist by the name of Bruce Lipton who studied this and who will show you that when something comes into contact with your body that is not good for it, all the cells in your body will react. And they all will go weak. And so you can measure this. So you can stick out your arm and you can find out whether a certain substance is harmful or beneficial to you. You can also, by extension, and that was developed by a psychiatrist in the 70s, whose name is John Diamond, use this for statements, whether a statement is true or false. If you make a statement and it's true, your muscles will test strong. It essentially documents, shows in the body whether your energy is flowing smoothly or whether there's obstruction. And so we can measure if somebody has anger issues, for example. How do you feel angry? And you say, oh no, I have no anger. And so, well, let's see, yes, I'm angry. So there's still anger, even your conscious mind doesn't know, your energy still has it. He also talks about a perfect moment, which is the essence that we start out with. We directly experience the essence of pure life energy. We have a feeling that we belong to ourselves and are in harmony with the universe. And he encourages everybody to remember such a moment, and then points out that you have a choice. You can mentally engage with all kinds of frustration, or you can mentally be in your perfect moment. And the perfect moment has a lot of similarity with the peak experiences as described by Abraham Maslow, or with mystical states of oneness. Here's the steps. We have a number of different courses. There's heart forgiveness, where we release anger at other people, at ourselves. There's a class he calls Are You Funny with Money? And it opens you to all forms of prosperity, financial and otherwise. There's a sequence of sessions that is building a solid self, where you're integrating health and body and mind and open yourself to the inflow of the universe, and then you clear all the different relationship dynamics. And once you've done all this, you recommence a meditation of breath prayer. Okay, next. All right, our third and last form is called 5 Rhythms. It's a movement, it's based on the body, and the slogan is energy moves in waves, waves move in patterns, patterns move in rhythms, we are the dance. Everything is the dance. Next. It goes back to Gabrielle Ross, who died in 2012, came originally from San Francisco, went to a Catholic school, and found herself very much repressed, but she saw a ballerina in a ballet school near her house, and she really wanted to dance, and she became this great, she really expressed herself in the dance, in the privacy of her house, more than in school. She did not like being judged and observed by others. She did not like having to follow the exact patterns of other people. In the 1960s, she was traveling through Europe and injured her knee, and they told her she would need surgery and she would never dance again. She was very depressed and moved to Esalen. Esalen is an institute on the coast of California, about the middle of California coast. Beautiful setting, with very alternative forms of healing and experimentation, and she worked as a massage therapist. Present at the time was Gestalt therapist Fritz Perls, who had heard that she was a dancer and she had at times taught dance. And he asked her to lead like a movement therapy class. And it's really funny. He was leading this class, he had maybe 20 people in this class, and it was like this open room, and they had windows. And so people could look into the room, and then she put on the music and said, well, just move. And the people said, oh no, somebody can see me, I'm not moving. They were really scared. So she says, okay, well why don't you all lie down on the floor, then they can't see you anymore. So she had them lie down on the floor and just move their bodies, like in the rhythm to the music. And before she knew it, the whole room was like sobbing. And these people were having these cathartic experiences and releasing all these emotions. And she said, oh my God, look at all the stuff that's stored deep in the muscles of the body. Once you let it go, people really feel much better. And so she started to, what then happened was that a group of drummers came to Esalen, and they did this incredible drumming. So she just danced like she had never danced before. Her knee was better. And then she just kept on dancing, and she kept on developing these rhythms, and she got pregnant, and her son, whose name is down there, is Jonathan Horan, and she raised him in this whole movement activity. Next. That's Jonathan Horan, and that's one of her musical albums. The 5 rhythms are called flowing, staccato, chaos, lyrical, and stillness. Flowing is a very gentle movement. You're focusing on the feet, and you're starting by moving very heavy, and then you start moving lighter and lighter. Staccato is a very active, choppy movement, and the music's very staccato. It's more in the arms, you're slashing, and it's a way to really deal with aggression. Chaos is like you're totally falling out of, you're really going into chaos. And when you do it during a workshop, they give you a minder. So there's somebody with you who watches you, so you don't fall over, you don't bump into people, so you can really go into chaos. And then you come out of chaos, and lyrical is this, like, lyrical developed after she gave birth to her child. It's like this new life coming out. Yourself is a new self. And then stillness is very quiet. It's like Tai Chi moves, very gentle. And then people often end up on the floor and just resting. The whole thing is called a wave. It takes about an hour to dance. You can describe the rhythms in this way, that flowing is an opening, staccato is a dropping of armor and tension, chaos is reconnecting to the primal source, lyrical is flying in the new self, and stillness is grounding. And there's some very nice videos on the internet. Yes, this is another way of conceptualizing the 5 rhythms. If you're coming from a Chinese perspective, like I do, I tend to translate a lot of these things into Taoist cosmology. Then it looks like the flowing is the more feminine, staccato is the maximum, masculine. There's creation and chaos, and then you connect to heaven and earth. All the 3, this is my conclusion, all the 3 ways that I'm showing you here are open to everybody. And none of them requires any tests. None of them requires any preconditions. You don't have to be of a particular ethnicity. You don't have to be of a particular age. You don't have to be of a particular belief. They come from different directions. Goldsmith tends to come from the mind. Ed Carlson tends to come from the heart. Gabriel Ross comes from the body. None of them have a guru or any kind of external rules. You don't have to be a vegetarian, you don't have to be celibate, you don't have to wear any kind of robes. There's nothing that gets prescribed from the outside. They're furthering and encouraging your uniqueness in conjunction with oneness with heaven. It all develops from the inside out. The meditation comes from the inside. The heart forgiveness, the heart radiation, you're looking at issues that you have, your personal things. The body comes from the inside. And you're connecting with others from that level of uniqueness, and you become one with the universe in the practice. I think that's it. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Lydia, for your fascinating presentation on 3 ways to union.